I'm driven to success, to performance. Try to squeeze as much into this life as I possibly can, while keeping my sanity. Try to lead a balanced life, but I go for the gusto.
So wait a minute. But how can you lead a balanced life being driven? Because that's short of obsession, or on the other side of obsession. You become determined to do something. You become enamored of. You become passionate. And that isn't balanced at all.
Well, you're exactly right. But I am now balanced. After retiring from my law practice 9 years ago, moving to Kona, I am now leading a balanced life for the first time. When I do something, I focus intently on it, and I do the best that I can. I love the law. I still do, even though I'm retired from it now. And the law was my mistress, so to speak. You'll hear lawyers say that. And it is a very jealous mistress. The time you have to prepare for court, you have to prepare for clients. You're going at it 6-7 days a week.
So you've made enough money to retire, and you want to retire, but you don't know what to retire to. Is that the way it is?
Well, I didn't really have a problem doing that. One of my clients, Bob, has businesses all over the world, and he has properties in Hawaii. And it's really interesting. This is an interesting story. He called me one day and said, "Dave, get on an airplane, come over. I want you to review some real estate contracts. I just bought a couple coffee farms." "Okay, boss." So Trudy and I got on the airplane, went over to Kona, and went up and drove up to this property. And I tell you, my eyes just went, wow. I said, this is pretty cool. And so I looked at the records and looked at the contract and advised him, yeah, it was pretty good. And Bob looked over at me and pointed to me just like this and said, "Dave, you're going to buy this." "Okay, boss." "Trudy, we're going to buy a coffee farm." And she rolled her eyes and, like, really? And we did.
All right, so hold on. You're obviously a highly intelligent, motivated, educated man. You've had a profession. You've been the tops of your profession for many years. You're suffering a little cynicism, a sickness of soul. And
good way to put it.
And somebody says, buy a coffee farm. The last thing in the world I would think that your character would do is say, okay, I'll buy a coffee farm. How and why and when? Why? What's the reasoning here?
What's interesting is I didn't even see it. I was burning out. I didn't even see it.
Really?
Trudy did. I had been in the hospital for heart palpitations. About a month before we
Palpitations, meaning what? You were arrhythmic?
Yeah, arrhythmic, just because of all the stress.
Wow.
And that's why I think Bob had me come over and do this.
Oh,
He
so
set it
Bob
up.
knew. Bob was a friend of yours as well as a client.
He was a client, and he set it up. He set me up because I saw it as an opportunity to continue to generate income, but more importantly, a marvelous lifestyle. I mean, I just fell in love. On the coffee farm, you look 180-degree view of the ocean. You can see down into the village. The cruise ship is sitting there. See all the way out to the airport. The weather is perfect.
I know where the park property is. I'm looking over the town.
It is. Yeah. It is awesome.